Time is life. Spend it wisely. Released in 2011, In Time imagines a world where your wrist clock decides your grave date. Past 25, bodies stop aging, but everyone is issued exactly one more year. When the green digits hit 0, the heart simply stops. No diseases, no gray hair, just a sudden collapse the second you're broke. The rich in New Greenwich hoard centuries, buying immortality with interest. In the Dayton ghetto, workers like Will Salas wake every morning with hours, sometimes minutes. Will clocks in at the factory, pays 4 hours for lunch, then buys 2 shots for a friend who's down to 90 minutes. His mother, Rachel, keeps her balance secret, afraid it will worry her son. Tonight, she has only 2 hours left, and the bus fare suddenly doubles. She runs 10 blocks toward Will, arm ticking, collapses with 0 seconds as he reaches for her hand. Grief hardens into rage. Hours later, Will finds Henry Hamilton, a drunk millionaire flashing more than a century on his arm in a dive bar. Thugs called Minutemen circle Henry, planning to time mug him. Will intervenes, fights them off, and hides Henry in an abandoned warehouse. Henry confesses he is 105, bored of eternal life, and believes no one should live forever. He transfers 116 years to Will while he sleeps, leaving only 5 minutes for himself. Henry times out at sunrise, slumped on a bridge overlooking the city. The timekeepers, government police led by Raymond Leon, label the death a homicide. With a full century glowing on his wrist, Will buys a sleek car, a tailored suit, and speeds to New Greenwich. Crossing a time zone toll costs a month. He barely blinks. In the elite casino, he plays high-stakes poker against billionaire banker Sylvia Weis. Pot after pot, Will bets decades, keeping a poker face as his clock drops to mere seconds before surging back to years. He walks away with 1,100 years and the attention of Philippe's curious daughter, Sylvia. Sylvia's voice enters our story.
"I've never met anyone who gambles for everything,"
she says, pulse racing despite her century-long safety net. Will replies that a day for her means a life for his people. At a pool party on the Weis estate, Will dives in, revealing the street tattoo that brands him a ghetto man. Timekeepers crash the party, seize Will, and freeze his accounts pending murder charges. Handcuffed in the limo, Will hijacks Sylvia, speeds through multiple tolls, and crashes into the ghetto where seconds equal bullets. With accounts locked, he and Sylvia each have under 30 minutes.
They barter her diamond earrings for 2 extra hours at a pawn shop. In hiding, they share childhood stories, his hunger, her gilded cage.
Minutemen ambush them, steal most of Sylvia's remaining time, but Will wins a pistol and regains enough minutes to flee. By morning, Sylvia is hooked on adrenaline and ideals. She decides kidnapping was unnecessary because she won't leave. Together, they rob her father's armored truck, siphoning 1,000,000 years into digital capsules the size of poker chips. They race back to Dayton and hand out decades to workers at the factory gates. Lines wrap blocks. LED arm clocks flip from red seconds to green years. People weep, laugh, and sprint to rescue relatives before time out.
Economic shockwaves hit New Greenwich. Coffee now costs a decade, and panic spreads among the elites.
Timekeeper Raymond growls into his comm. "You can't run forever, Salas." He tracks them to a derelict hotel, engages in a car chase that ends when both vehicles crash through a barrier into an empty toll booth. Raymond crawls out, gun drawn, but realizes his own clock reads only 30 seconds. He forgot to top up. Will hands the lawman 10 minutes, saying, "No one should die for being poor." The gesture shakes Raymond, yet he still vows to hunt them. Will and Sylvia storm a massive time bank, bypass retinal scanners using Philippe's stolen credentials. Alarms blare as they dump 10 million years onto the public network, crashing the system and flooding every ghetto zone with free time. Skyscraper clocks reset, factory sirens fall silent, citizens stroll instead of sprint, savoring their first worry-free sunrise. Box office numbers flash. The film grossed $174 million on a $40 million budget, despite mixed reviews calling it high concept but shallow. Critics still praised its ruthless metaphor for income inequality. In the finale, Will and Sylvia scout an even larger federal time reserve, bigger than any bank they've cracked. They exchange a glance, partners in theft and in revolution, then sprint toward the guarded vault as the screen cuts to black. Time is the only thing we can't earn back, so subscribe for recaps that save yours. 2 drops of sci-fi every single day. Tell us in the comments, if 1 year cost 24 hours of work, how rich would you be? Clock's ticking. See you in the next video.